young graduate of microbiology from the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agoiwoye, in Ogun State, has decided to put to good use the knowledge he garnered from the university to produce an alternative to domestic cooking gas. Olatunbosun Obayomi converts human feces to biogas. He's here in the studio to discuss the technology and other issues involved. But first, let's listen to this report by Maso Ewalefo.
25-year-old Olatunbosun Obayomi, a 2004 microbiology graduate of the Osun State University, right from childhood has always wanted to be a scientist, going into what people find difficult doing. Through his biogas technology, Tunbosun recycles waste into useful, economical, and environment-friendly products.
The system is very simple. We call this a bioreactor. We put in our waste here through the inlet pipe. The waste is delayed for some while here. It decomposes, the microorganisms feed on it. Our gas is passed out here. We have the residues coming out here. From here, the final fertilizer, organic fertilizers, NPK standard, we get it here. And also the effluent, as you can see, going inside the gutter. Because we are just draining, we are wasting it, it's filled with nutrients.
Tunbosun's dream is to make gas available regularly to homes by connecting septic tanks to the bioreactors.
These tankers, they go to the septic tank, they pour, soak in the waste, and they deposit it in the lagoon. We can now harness those tankers now. You can build a simple sewage system plant, whereby the tankers come and deposit the waste, and produce energy. As the gas is being produced, it moves with diffusion, and it comes into this drum. The gas being produced is methane, and it's the combustible gas.
What do you use the gas to produce from there? What do you use it for?
We use the gas in cooking. The gas is the hose and it goes straight into the kitchen. Here we have our burner. It's locally fabricated. So we connect it directly to the storage device there, and we now burn it here. So we burn the gas to be used. So we have our gas.
And it's as powerful as any other gas.
Yes, so it's the normal methane. My house is being burned, and you can even see it will burn the match. So it's the same beautiful gas that we have. And in here, as long as the waste comes in, it continues working.
Adapting to Tunbosun's biogas technology, where every waste is recycled, it is believed that in the near future, aside from enjoying the benefits of the society would be a refuse-free society. From Lagos, Marcel Ewalefo.
Well, Tunbosun Obayomi is right here in the studio. Hello, Tunbosun. Wait, let me just ask you. You turn human feces to cooking gas. What kind of technology is that?
That's very simple. The technology is called biogas technology. So what exactly is biogas technology? Biogas technology is the conversion of easily decomposing organic waste to gas. How do we do that? We take easily decomposing organic waste like human feces. We put them in spectral containers. In that containers, there are germs. Let me call them germs for simple English. They are germs. They grow in the waste. The waste is their food. When they consume it, they now produce a waste. That waste is the biogas. From there, we store it in special containers. We keep the gas there. The gas is also known as a biofuel. We can now use the gas for energy uses. It can either be used for cooking, heating, brooding of chicks, or even electricity generation.
Wait, at a time when you could have used any other kind of waste matter,
yeah.
Why human feces, for goodness sake?
Human feces is a big problem, but it's also a big resource. Human feces contains germs. We've heard about dysentery, cholera, typhoid. Typhoid is on the rise. These germs are naturally found in our intestine. So when we defecate, when we go to the toilet, those germs come with the feces. These feces get their way into our drinkable water. They get their way into the wells. If you don't wash our hands very well, it gets contaminated into our food. You understand? So from there, this waste, if not used properly, causes diseases. So by using this waste now to generate energy, is also a way of avoiding that problem.
Okay, wait. You mentioned typhoid.
Yeah.
You mentioned cholera and all that.
Yeah.
Human feces
Yeah.
turn into cooking gas
Yeah.
to cook food.
Yes.
So how healthy and safe is that?
And the issue there is that, you see, in that reactor, no air gets inside. You know, human beings, we breathe. And when we breathe, we provide oxygen for those germs to grow. That is why they can survive inside us, because there is oxygen. But in that reactor, there is no oxygen. So those germs die. They die in the reactor, whereby another kind of germs now take over and produces the gas. So it's very safe. We produce energy, we kill those disease-causing organisms, and we have APK fertilizer.
Okay, let me just take you back to, you say human feces kept in a reactor.
Yeah.
For how long?
Let's say 30 to 40 days. This is how it works. Exactly, simple. The waste comes inside. It's delayed for some time. When we want to do it in real life, we make some calculations. So we determine how long the waste stays inside those containers. Now, when the waste gets inside, it stays for like 30 to 40 days. Every day we'll be putting new waste into the containers. So 30 to 40 days, the waste is already treated, stabilized, no germs, nothing, just fertilizer. So as new waste are coming in, the older ones are getting out.
So now again, if you are talking about human feces,
Yeah.
the first thing that comes to mind is the odor.
Yeah.
So how did you eliminate the smell?
That's very simple too. Why it smells is because we expose it to air, oxygen. When we expose it to oxygen, we have gases like hydrogen sulfide. I don't know, let me say your rotten egg, the rotten egg smell. That is why your feces smell, because we expose it to oxygen. And we also, and during exposure to oxygen, it also produces ammonia. That is why it stinks. But now, inside the reactor, it does not smell anymore, and the gas does not smell. It eliminates that process.
In your own opinion, do you think this kind of technology should be adopted even at the national level?
It should be.
How?
Should be. How? Now, you see, for example, Lagos State where I stay, we can build in Ojota, where the landfill is. We can build these plants, big ones. Now, the beautiful thing about it is that all these waste can be combined in combination. Human feces, paper waste, kitchen waste, and so on and so forth, easily decomposing waste. Now you see, they are tankers that go into the septic tanks to suck the waste and deposit into the lagoon. Please, we should stop that. What we do now is that we divert those tankers to that special plant we build. They come there, they deposit the waste there. Also, these landfill engines, these landfill trucks that bring the waste from homes, we take the waste. They will take the waste down there, and they combine it in the reactor and we produce gas, a biofuel.
Well, before, let me just ask you this question. You know, we have a very serious problem at hand in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Talking about the issue of power.
Yeah.
Then, from your experience, do you think human feces can be used to generate electricity?
Yes, human
How?
feces. How? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, biogas is a biofuel. It depends on how you want to use it. We use the biogas. When we want to use it to produce electricity, we produce engines. We either use gas engines or we use diesel engines. When we use diesel engines, it reduces the diesel consumption to a minimal level. And when we use it in gas engines, we also produce energy, but this time it's only with gas. So we produce electricity using engines. So the biogas serves as a fuel for engines.
Okay. Considering the kind of technology applied to achieve this feat, wouldn't the biogas be more expensive than the normal cooking gas that we've been talking about? Because if you look at the things that are involved, you know.
Yes. You see, the technology is feasible. It's very, very feasible. Simple. The experts, like me, local. The materials, cheap and available. The other materials like is it the metal, is it the iron, is it the metals, all locally available. But it's not economically feasible using this gas, compressing it inside cylinders as we do. Why?
Yeah.
Yes. You see, the input is less than the output. How does this happen? You see, the gas we use at home, we call it liquefied natural gas. That liquefied natural gas, we get it from this oil rigs, the one that is being flared now in Nigeria. This gas has been produced for millions of years. The earth is very large. We have a lot of them there. And again, before we compress that gas into those cylinders, it has to be cooled to minus 600 degrees centigrade. And what do you use including them? Energy. And that's a big problem in Nigeria. So it won't be feasible trying to generate energy and also compressing this gas using energy. And also, we also need to purify the gas. You see, when we want to use the gas in cooking, we don't need to purify it. We just burn it directly. But when we want to use it in cylinders, we also have to purify it. That's another money. Because if we don't purify it, it will spoil the valves on the cylinders. So from my own point of view, and from the information I have in my head and what I know, I wouldn't advise us compressing it. But we can use it to generate electricity. When we want to use it for cooking, example, the Nigerian prisons, where there are a lot of people, we can use their waste to cook for the prisoners. In the campus, we can use all the waste of the students to cook in the canteen. In the farms, we can use animal waste, like in the north, where we have a lot of animals. We use the animal waste to agro-processing, drying. You say the cassava revolution, preserving food spoilage, because majority of the food these farmers produce, it gets spoiled. The waste from the farmers, they have waste there. They have waste from their farm. Immediately they finish harvesting, they also have livestock animals. This waste produce energy for drying. You dry your maize, you dry all the other farm produce. Examples again, the abattoir. Okay, let's imagine this, a big beautiful picture. We have the abattoir. We also have a cassava processing plant beside it. The abattoir produces energy for the cassava processing plant. The abattoir produces energy for factories around. So decentralized energy systems, whereby we reduce the burden from NEPA. NEPA needs to produce 10,000 megawatts. But imagine in real life, where we use all the abattoirs, all the campuses, all the markets, because markets produce a lot of waste too. All the markets, we use waste from the breweries. We start reducing the amount of energy required by NEPA. Millions of that thing around. We reduce the burden.
Finally, Olatunbosun, how do you intend to improve on this technology of yours?
Wow, we like to improving. You see, there are a lot of questions, there are a lot of answers, few questions. We know it to this level. When you improve when you practice. The time now is to apply. When we start applying, we learn lessons on the field, then we start improving on the field. So I wouldn't say I'll be improving it now. By the time you start applying, you start learning. You learn as you do.
Before we go, let me ask you again. Did you learn all this in school?
The school gave me, in school, you get the inspiration to learn. But thank God for the internet. The world is a village now. So I met with some people on the net. We exchanged ideas, and I was able to practicalize it and learn it well.
Even without them coming down here to Nigeria to assist you in putting these things together? So how did you get that?
You see, the thing there is that you don't adopt, you adapt. Abroad, they might need some certain things because of the temperature in their country. But here, I'm in Nigeria and I know what's happening in my country. So I take from their technology, I remove those things we don't need, and I make it suitable here. So that is how we do it.
Well, thank you so much, Olatunbosun. Well, we've been talking to Olatunbosun Obayomi, a microbiologist who converts human feces to cooking gas. And he has actually taught us so much about how we can use human feces, turn human feces into cooking gas. And I tell you, it's quite revealing. At this point, we end Panorama today, hoping that we have all been enlightened and educated on how waste matter can be put to such good use that it can make Nigeria a great nation. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.